Call me Mr. Rose Gold, everything froze. Fuck off forever throwing foes. Just on the chopper, I'm a killer, not a robber. Fentanyl, I see exotic spinall. Catch me a body, ring dog. Picture with me. The teacher asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up. I stood up and told a big me. My mama ain't had much and I wasn't good. Now, Culture 1 was a pretty good album in hindsight, you know. It's been, how long has it been? About 4 years. Culture 2 came out, I think, a year or so later. But Culture 1 was a good album, man. And I don't know exactly what anyone's expecting out of Culture 3. I'm not really expecting anything. I don't expect a return to form. I don't expect them to hit nearly as many highs as they did on Culture. That's almost a lightning in a bottle that you can't really replicate. All I can hope for is that they've matured to a point as a group, as a rap group, to where they can hit those highs easier than they did before. I mean, the dichotomy between Culture 2 and Culture 1 is as large as night and day. You would swear it was almost made in two completely different time frames, but one came out just a year after the other. And the way these two look is like a stock market high and then an immediate stock market crash. It's like, is this from the exact same group or no? So with Culture 3, I'm just hoping that we get something about here. You know, I don't need it to be as high as Culture, but it can't be as bad as Culture 2. It just can't. They have a song on this album called Vaccine. That does not give me high hopes. It's 19 tracks. That does not give me high hopes. It is an hour and 15 minutes. That does not give me high hope. However, I'm here. I'm open. But we not listening to this whole shit. Y'all got me fucked up. You think I'm listening to 19 plus tracks from the Migos? Are you serious? In one sitting? In 2021? Nah, bro, you tripping. Avalanche.
Mama at home all alone, hustling, trying to keep
I like that.
Hey, if a nigga ever try me or play me, I buy him my ice.
That was kind of cold too. Ah, get it? Iced out shovel. Cold. See, he's gonna kill his ops. The Temptation sample, it seems good right now. It fits them, man. Are they the hip hop Temptations? Nah. That's disrespectful, is it?
If she got a fake ass, of course, there ain't nothing wrong with enhancing his yours. From the back, we enjoy.
Oh my God. What is going on? Hey man, this is crazy. The drums eating this track. Their flows are immaculate right now. I hope this is Offset. If it's not, I'm really disappointed in my ability to use my ears. Psychedelic feeling right there, that soul, that grooviness right there. That is Migos aesthetic right there. Because they're so rich. I'm not even saying rich in terms of wealth. They just ooze that scotch. You know what I mean? All I picture right now is brown liquor, cherry wood furniture everywhere. These three just chilling. That's great. That track was awesome. Now the next track has Drake on it.
Niggas won't take it. Hey, I'm having my way. Set out here having his way. And like the third Migo,
Well, I tell you, I gotta be the third Migo though. I like this so far, but like, he's a little too close. Like the mix on his voice, just a little too close for me. Back up a little bit, Drake. Back the fuck.
So many pull-ups on niggas, no wonder we getting in shape. Too busy backing my words of what acts to the beach. I've been too solid to ever have stripes on my sneak.
I don't know what's wrong with this right now. Like, I feel like I like it. I do like it. I like the song. I like the verse from Drake right now, but like at the same time, something's missing and I can't fucking figure it out. Maybe the beat is just so skeletal right now. It feels like there's nothing going on. There's no feeling, but something is like impacting his delivery for me. Like something is keeping me from enjoying, like something is keeping his bars from having like punching power to me right now.
Who might have a little more on they play? We having our way in 3 ways. Give me the fade. I hit the boy if I need me a drink. I got a Richie that's...
Maybe it's because Takeoff's delivery is just heavier. It just feels like his voice is more authoritative on the track than even Quavo. And Quavo, I think I preferred over Drake on that track. And again, none of it was bad. It's just, I don't know why Drake I didn't feel his power. There was no power to me on that track for him. But it wasn't a bad track. Just the beat's a little skeletal. But you know what I mean, you can get through it. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? I've heard Straightenin already. Again, I don't want to listen to this whole album. Oh God, there's a Justin Bieber feature. I knew that this feature was here, but I still was surprised just now seeing it. Are we actually gonna get a good Justin Bieber feature? Yo, the strings on this track, they're getting a little zesty. You know what I'm saying? They're getting a little zesty. They got a little spice to them. This might be the first time in years where we get a solid Justin Bieber feature. This is. Oh shit. No, y'all can't just put him on the hook, man. He need a verse. He needs a verse. Bro, if they don't give Justin Bieber a fucking verse on this track where he finally sounds decent, I love it. What you want from me? Oh yeah, tell me. What do you want to know? I'll tell you everything. Oh my God, he's killing. That's hard. That's hard. I'm really upset that Justin Bieber did not get a verse, bro, because this is the first time he sounded decent in, I don't know, like 20,000 years. That was smooth. I love the strings, the zestiness of that track. It was sexy. This track is kind of like, I know I'm fucked up, but like, why do you still love me regardless? But I'm still happy that you still love me, and I want you to still love me. How's the Juice WRLD track sound? Do not disrespect this man. Okay, I said don't disrespect him. Don't make me sad though. Bro, is this his funeral? The fuck? This is sad, man. This is, oh no. It's terrible in a good, well, not really in a good way. It's not a bad song at all, but it's just like, why would you do this? Now I feel bad. This is not the energy I was expecting them to go with for this track. I mean, it's very respectful, but it just sounds like he's doing a performance at his own funeral. Oh man. Oh man, that sucks too, because I know people were going crazy on Quavo for saying he said something about fentanyl. They thought he was dissing Lil Peep. This sucks. This track is terrible. This is great, you know, because like they have a track that's centered around an idea, you know, something like mental health and you know, drug abuse, but the lack of, you know, tools that they have to deal with it and cope with, you know, whatever traumas and PTSDs and issues that they have, you know, upstairs, and centering a track around it that's actually pretty heartfelt and pretty sad. You can't play the violin and expect me to be happy. Well, since y'all doing very respectful tributes, I know for a fact there's no way y'all didn't do Pop Smoke justice with Light It Up. Oh yeah. Yes. Yo, this is this good? Like, they're actually flowing. They're like, this is like not low effort. I am very disheveled. I haven't talked about how trash this cover art is either. Like that was another thing that should have given me pause when I looked at this album, but so far it's good. It was a respectful Pop Smoke verse. It was a respectable Pop Smoke feature. No, I didn't expect, you know, Migos to kind of like take over that track the way they did. They really like shined, have such strong personality over, you know, a beat that they don't normally tackle, but they did that. And these almost ghostly vocals that come in and peer out during their flows, that's a really nice effect. Okay, since y'all are going crazy, let's go with Vaccine might actually be fire. What? What? All right, bro. You know, I expected Vaccine to be on like some, you know, I thought he was gonna get some Rona bars. I really did, but like that wasn't bad. I mean, that was better than half of Culture 2. Just that one song, and it wasn't even the best song on this album. What the fuck is this hook though? What? Are you saying the money is the cure? Am I too broke for this song? Let's go with Roadrunner. I am really shocked. These songs are nowhere near as bad as I expected them to be. All right, I might have lied on this one. This one might be as bad as I thought it was. Y'all could have left that one out the rotation. Shit, fuck it. Let's go with Picasso. Future, y'all gotta be fired. Oh, please don't sing, bro. He's about to sing, isn't he? Yeah, and sometimes you just miss, you know? Sometimes, you know, it's just garbage. Yeah, like tracks like that, it's almost like it's a chore to finish the song. You go in optimistic and then you get to the halfway point and you realize, oh shit, there's still like 2.5 more minutes left. Now, how can you go wrong with these horns? You literally can't. Okay, well, you can go wrong if you go overdo this hook though. She wanted Birkin. I told her Birkin. She was so I can drag. I bought a bag and made her mad. Yeah. I told you I want a perk.
Give me their service. I'm feeling off the bando, what's the worst? Announcement, she got a Birkin. Announce it.
Yeah.
She want a Birkin. I told her Birkin.
All right, man, I get it. She want a Birkin, you got her a Birkin. Fuck. I like Jane a lot. But the hook, if it were just a little bit more than Birkin, you know, this is almost like the Migos version of Body from Megan Thee Stallion, though not nearly as annoying. I like the horns. The vibe puts it in a really warm setting. Mahomes is a 5-minute track. Just no. I like some of the effects they got going for them in the track, but for the most part, I just think the track is far too long. The track Why Not is next. It actually isn't next. I just picked it. So why not? I don't remember. Remind me. This is a cool track, you know. I don't know. I think I'm bored right now. I think they've given me all they needed to give me. Like, this album probably didn't need to be 19 tracks, and I'm cool with that. You know, I'm cool with the fact that it didn't need to be 19 tracks. Culture 2, I think, was like 37 tracks, and we only ended up keeping like 6 of them bitches, but it's okay. It's really not okay. I didn't mind quite a few tracks on this album, but like most Migo anything, it just struggles from being too much. It struggles from not knowing when to stop talking, not knowing when to wrap it up, you know what I mean? And they just keep going. And not only is it the album that's too long, it's some songs that are too long. Some of these points could have gotten their point across in far less time. And I think that might be my issue even with the Drake feature, is that it doesn't know when it's overstayed its welcome. It doesn't know when it's at its most effective and when to leave. It just keeps going regardless. There's 3 members, and each person generally is going to get a verse. Each person generally is going to have at least 45 seconds to give their verse. So by default, these songs are going to be at least 2.5 to 2 minutes and 40 seconds by default. At least that long. Fast forward, the content is actually more varied on this album than it was on their second album, their Culture 2 album. Acknowledging being a bad person, tracks talking about mental health and like addiction. We have their intro cut, which isn't really anything heavy in content, but it's a return to form, and it's a really welcome return to form. It's actually them in one of the most appropriate settings I think I've ever heard them in. Avalanche is like a great Migos song. Very mature. The setting makes sense for them, especially with how long they've been maintaining their position. The Justin Bieber cut doesn't feel cheesy. It's nice. I really do wish they would have given him a verse. Other tracks just seem like either extended cuts of the same songs over different beats. And actually there is no either. That is exactly what the remainder of the album is. Which, I mean, sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it hits, but most of the time it doesn't. The best feature on this album lasted too long, and that's how I feel about a good deal of the album itself. It was probably their best effort in the last couple years, but it was still too much. Modern Day, Vaccine, Roadrunner, all cool to decent tracks. Do we need 3 variations of the same song? Not really. But yeah, you know, you get a solid like 8 to 10 tracks out of this album. Again, it's good, but there's an additional 10. It's just too long. That's really my only complaint. It's just too long. Shorten it. Migos with Culture 3 could have been great. It's a could have been. Migos to me just come off like the jewelry that they buy. There's no real like exclusivity to the Migos music because there's so much of it, and the music that is released just continues to decrease in its value because they put out so much of it. If it were released in shorter, more concentrated versions, I feel like the value of it would just go so much higher. People would want it more. You would be more distinguishable. Not to say that they don't sound unique, just to say that their tracks can sometimes feel so interchangeable. It feels like wearing really cheap jewelry. Outside of that, the songs that were solid were great, but the ones that weren't were just forgettable.